I'm back. It feels very nice to be back filming today. So yeah, welcome to a new video. I've not uploaded since, I don't know, probably nearly 2 months now. I've had so many emails and messages on Instagram asking when I'm going to be uploading next. So long story short, I took a couple of weeks off. Then at the same time, I had a lot of private filming and photography jobs working with some really exciting brands, which yeah, I've been really enjoying that, to be honest. So I've been really busy with that side of things. And at the same time, there's just not been much going on. January in the car scene is pretty boring. And I didn't want to force videos out just for the sake of it, just for views and YouTube algorithm, which is a pain, but whatever. But today I wanted to go over how the last couple of months has been with the Audi Switzerland RSQ3. I've been driving this pretty much every day, and as you can see where I live, I need a car like this. This car has just been amazing during these winter months. As some of you know, the car was in an accident. Audi Switzerland managed to repair the whole car within a month. And yeah, the car looks like new, so big thank you to them for doing it so quickly. I was ready for the car to be away for a couple of months, to be honest. But anyway, onwards to the car. As you can see, the car looks like new again, apart from the fact it's very dirty, but they replaced all of the parts in the car and it just looks perfect. So I'm still loving in general the look of the car. Really have been enjoying the green. It just looks so cool sitting here in the snow, the contrast with all the black details as well. It's just been fantastic for these conditions right here in Switzerland. But anyway, I'm going to jump in the car and we're going to talk about living with the Audi RSQ3, because it is actually -10 at the moment and I'm on the edge of not being able to feel my hands anymore. So I really need to jump inside. One thing is for sure, I will never get bored of an Audi 5-cylinder. This 2.5 litre 5-cylinder engine will always be one of my favourites. So apart from that small launch control in the snow there, I just realised I've actually never done a launch control in this car. So what we should do is definitely start off by doing one. Okay, traction control off, in manual, flat down, hold to 4. Yeah, it is fun. 400 horsepower. It's just a nice amount of power. I've always said that. So obviously this car, you know, wasn't made to come having fun on twisty roads like this. That's not what it was made for. But that's what I'm doing with it today. I'm so excited about going for some proper drives at the moment. I am ready for spring to arrive and the mountain passes to open again. I cannot wait to get back up on the big passes. It does sound good, bearing in mind this does have the new OPF filters. Now I did some Instagram stories with this recently, a couple of cheeky donuts in the snow, and I had a lot of messages asking, is it modified? And it really sounds like this from stock. So it's not bad considering it's got the new filters and regulations on. Much louder than the new RS6, for example. But anyway, as I said at the beginning, living with this car has just been brilliant. It's had everything I've wanted for a winter car. And even though Audi Switzerland have given me this for free for half a year, if there is anything I don't like, believe me, I would tell you guys. There's only 2 things really that I can say negative about this car. The first is the turbo lag. This car does have it. Now I did also have a lot of questions about that. It's present, you notice it. There is quite a lot of turbo lag. Put your foot down, takes a few seconds. You need to ideally put it into manual, keep the revs up nice and high, around 4,000, and then it's fine. The other thing is the gearbox. The gearbox, I've kind of had fights with, to be honest. I've often felt that the gearbox is working against me in this car. when you've got it in automatic mode and you're on the motorway, I feel like it's constantly changing gear. It says if that makes any sense, you know what I mean. It's like you touch the throttle and it's like just stay in one gear, please. Stop changing every time I touch the throttle just for a centimeter. So on the motorway, it's just constantly changing gear, which just becomes annoying after some time. So again, I end up putting the car into manual. And the other thing about the gearbox is it's just a bit slow. So on the downshifts, not too bad. There is a gap there, and on the upshifts, I feel like it's even slower on the upshifts. So there is quite a delay when you click the paddles. So other than that, they're the only things I can say. By no means does it make it a bad car at all. It's just oh, that was a little slippery then. Yeah, as I said, it's -10 today, so you've got this kind of half wet, half frozen snow on the floor. But yeah, this is the perfect car for the situation. Horrible weather conditions, super sketchy roads today, just snow and ice, water, and every time I've driven this car in snow, in the mountains, I've gone on snowboarding trips with it, I've driven this car in really heavy snow, as in where every second car was stopping and stuck or even crashed. And with this, it's just flying through the snow, passing everyone. I've just not had a moment where I've been worried in this car about the conditions that I'm driving in. It's so impressive. It's really comfortable, and I'm someone that's pretty fussy when it comes to seats. I get backache in a lot of seats, partially because I'm kind of skinny and long and bony. So I really feel when a seat is uncomfortable. And I've driven this for several hours straight and had zero backache, totally comfortable. I've always loved Audi interiors, they're just always brilliant. Everything works, everything feels nice. We've got Apple CarPlay. It's a very comfortable place to be. Love the Audi flat bottom steering wheel. For me, that is a must-have. I love the size of this car. I'm not a big SUV fan. I just find them mostly annoying, to be honest. I mean, apart from the RSQ8, which is such an epic car. That thing is a rocket. I love that car. But in general, SUVs are just not something that I would want to live with. In the city, they get annoying finding parking spots, especially in underground parking areas. In Zurich, for example, in a big SUV, it's just not so fun. So in some words, it has pretty much been the perfect winter daily driver. I just couldn't have really asked for much more. I had a lot of questions asking, would I take this over an RS4? And that is actually a really good question. And I think I would take this, you know, and I say think because I'm still not 100%, but because this has the 5-cylinder, even though the gearbox is a bit slow, even though it has quite some turbo lag, which the RS4 doesn't have, that is just instant power from that car. I'm fine with the sacrifice, knowing I have a 5-cylinder under there, which is just a really nice feeling. And of course the sound, albeit not the loudest sound, but it sounds a ton better than an RS4, which for me just actually doesn't really have a nice sound at all. But to drive, however, the RS4, yes, to drive it is probably a better feeling. It works better regarding like performance wise. I mean, it's made for daily use, being practical, but as you can see, I am still having plenty of fun in this car. So yeah, what more can I say really? This car just ticks so many boxes. So to sum it up, it's a fantastic sized car. It's so comfortable. Everything works extremely well. It's practical, it looks good, it feels good. It's not stupidly expensive. To be honest, I could actually never imagine now not having an Audi Quattro as my daily driver in the winter in Switzerland. Depending on obviously what country you live in, but in Switzerland, it just works perfectly. Thanks for watching, and for me it is ciao for now.